Today, we go inside the DUI playbook, and discuss how attorney Jonathan Paul uses cross-examination to win DUI trials in Michigan. It's the #1 weapon to a winning outcome. The case that the prosecution introduces on direct examination would convict the defendant if unchallenged by the defense. Police officers will take the stand, demonstrate their training, experience and appear credible with no bias. Michigan State Police lab technicians may follow and appear credible. The prosecutor likes to present the case under the assumption that the defendant broke the law, then back this assumption up with facts, credible testimony and scientific results. There are three main goals in cross-examination: bring out unreported favorable facts, challenge inferences made by the prosecutor's witnesses, and challenge credibility. There are four main areas to attack inferences made by the prosecutor's witnesses. A prosecutor's case is merely a list of facts, and only has a chance to meet the burden if inferences are drawn from these reported facts, which lead a jury to believe the defendant was intoxicated or impaired. Lack of balance is only lack of balance without the inference that it means the defendant was having trouble with balance because of the use of alcohol rather than, say, nervousness, injury or lack of sleep. The key to cross-examination in a DUI case is to challenge the inference of facts being presented against your client as signs they broke the law. For example, that the defendant crashed their car into a tree. This would appear to be a bad fact with the inference drawn that the alcohol caused the defendant to crash the car. What if we're able to introduce evidence of icy road conditions, and loss of control of the car because of the weather and the driving conditions? The fact now has an alternative explanation other than alcohol. Same holds true if an officer says the defendant was speeding as the reason for the traffic stop. It's time to bring out the multiple bad traffic indicators that the client was not in violation for, such as not crossing middle lines, not running red lights, proper turns, following officer directions to pull over, proper use of signals, and so forth. The defendant is not on trial because they smell like alcohol, can't stand on one leg or slur their speech, but the prosecutor tries to put enough of these together to make a collective evidence argument that because of X, Y and Z the defendant is guilty of a particular crime. Winning a DUI trial comes down to defeating these collective inferences. All DUI cases start with the perception that it's a balancing act of facts. Which side has the better case? The prosecutor will always win that battle if allowed to use those rules. Only when a jury understands the actual rules, the proper burden, and the standard of proof, can the jury actually come to the proper verdict. There's reasonable doubt to be found in every single DUI case in Michigan, no matter what the actual truth is, because the truth does not matter when deciding a drunk driving case.